Around here, we believe community is everything. We believe kindness moves mountains and small, thoughtful acts have the power to make lasting change. Our family is proof of that. And we believe it's through curiosity, connection, camaraderie, and some good old-fashioned celebration that we can find ways to unite and be good neighbors. So join us on our Give Back adventures as we try to leave this world just a little better than we found it. Welcome to Keeping Good Company. So as we were thinking about our Give Back adventures for season 2, I said I definitely want to do something with the military. What's really cool is as we were researching different cities, Andrews has a very strong tie to the military, and it's really beautiful. They do a ton for their veterans in their community. They have dinners, they have a motorcycle ride that actually ends at their Veterans Memorial. I just wanted to make sure that I was also doing my part. So I was talking to Kyle and I said, let's do something that anyone can do for a veteran. Let's have a dinner party. We all know a veteran, or we all know someone who is a family member serving in the military. And we don't want to wait just for Memorial Day or Veterans Day. So how can we, on a more regular basis, support our family members and service members? Food. We can always feed them. So that's what we're doing. We're hosting a dinner. And I'm super excited because I love barbecue. So as we were thinking about our guest list, I told the whole team they had to tell me people that they knew were in the military or that had served in the military or had a family member that was in the military. And one of our team members, her name is Tia, she was also with us on our adventures for season 1. Her father actually was in the military and he died during active service. And so she is one of our guests tonight, and I I don't know what it's like to lose a dad so early in life, but I know what it was like to lose my dad, in my 30s, and it's hard, right? And so I think about Tia losing her dad early in life, and I can't imagine the sacrifice that their family made so that we can have freedom in this country. And I think sometimes we just think about the veterans, but we should also think, what do we do for the people who are left behind? Andrews, Texas is a community known for its heart for their veterans. So as we prepare for our Veterans Thank You Barbecue, I knew a field trip would be a great place to begin. And I hear the Andrews Chamber is putting on something special. As we were making our plans for this weekend for our visit, we discovered it's the Wild Wild West Fest. So I've got 2 cutie patootie grandkids in the back seat. They're going to join me. Their dad is already headed that way because Andy is going to be a barbecue judge. And then Tori's meeting us, and she is going to be the food critic for all the carnival foods. Let's go. And we're here. We even found Andy. Yeah. First stop, the petting zoo. We have an escaped goat. You better get back in there. Marley, see if you can chase it in there. Chase the goat in there. Go, go, go. Well, you better get in there, little goat. Tori, wait. Tori's he's gonna crash.
Oh no!
Get him! Tori, get the glass!
I don't want to know.
Tori,
I'm scared of him. I'm scared of the pony. I'm scared of him. They bite. I don't.
Marley, which of the animals was your favorite? You don't like the camel because he has square teeth?
I'll follow them on your hands and knees and blow on their tail. That way you can keep them lined out. Yeah.
They needed extra judges for the competition, and so me and VW right here are going to be good judges, along with Andy.
Ballpark, how many ribs do you think you're gonna have to taste?
6.
How many ribs do you think you're gonna have to taste? 20? That's probably more accurate to what is actually gonna be. Brandy said 6. It's gonna be a lot more than 6 ribs.
You'll pass this way. Pass this way. Is it warm enough? So the next food tasting is for Tori. She's gonna taste all the Cardi food.
I'm gonna be sick.
She's not gonna be sick.
I feel so stupid.
You're not stupid. You're an official food critic.
Okay.
What is it?
Fried Oreos here. They look delicious.
Okay.
There's a lot of them.
We're gonna have to give them away.
They were $8. Let's see. They're really good.
They're really good. You're fried. Let Marley see.
You wanna try one? For me?
Tori's never had a turkey leg.
I don't know about this.
You're gonna do good.
You eat it with the fork you gave me?
Well, I don't know. I assume you eat it with a fork. You like the cookie? Well, until it made you throw up.
That's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Good. So, tell us about the nachos.
Okay, this one I got to pick, and I'm very excited about them. They're brisket nachos, and they look delicious. And we were standing in line, and we learned that the brisket, the cows were raised right here in Andrews.
Yep, we know where the cows came from.
We know where the cows came from.
All right, tell us your thoughts. Don't hold back. You have to be a real food critic.
I think that it's delicious. The brisket's really, really good. The queso, I don't know, but the brisket's delicious.
The queso probably came from a box, but look, Porters, those are our friends. Yay, Porters!
There he goes.
We're looking for one of our friends. His name's Bones. He's got pigtails. He's in there. Is he in jail? Ain't nobody in jail. Y'all think they're in jail? Are you a sheriff? You sound like one. Good. Right there.
Close your princess eyes.
Are you doing okay, princess?
Are you excited about the gyms? That's the best part, right? Ooh, Marls. This is magical. You got glitter. Tell me everywhere you have glitter.
Right here, right here, right here, right here. Yay!
We're gonna get it all over baby's house.
We're gonna get all over Beavis' house. They're gonna have so much fun. Let's go on the fair.
Ooh, Marley, what do you think?
Andrews has held a long, proud history of honoring its veterans, including the Ride to Remember, a motorcycle rally beginning at the Permian Basin Vietnam Memorial in Midland and ending at the Andrews County Veterans Memorial. As you walk into the entrance, you will see 6-foot granite tablets depicting each war and stating the history, conflicts, and even the conditions our veterans faced. You will also see the names of 2,600 veterans from Andrews County engraved upon the stones. This memorial is a profound way to honor the service and sacrifice of those who paid the high cost for all of our freedom.
Because I want to enjoy the party, I am catering almost all the food, but there's a few dishes that are important to me that I wanted to make. One, I have a friend coming who just loves the little chocolate bonbons, so we are going to make teeny tiny little ice creams. And then I want to do my mama's green beans with a little bit of a twist because I don't know if anybody eats fatback these days. And then the other thing I wanted to do is, it's mulberry season. Every 4 years our tree grows mulberries, and I wanted to do a mulberry and peach crumble. Let's start with the ice creams. One way to save yourself some time and heartache is to only put a few of your cake balls on the plate at a time and keep the rest in the refrigerator, because once they get soft, they're really hard to work with. And all you do is take your teeny tiny cake ball, and my favorite recipe for making cake balls is on our website, and we'll make sure we put it in the show notes. But you just cover it because we want it to look melted. You kind of drop it down and let it melt onto paper. And then you add a teeny tiny little ice cream cone and a few sprinkles. Like a little melted ice cream. Now, if you're gonna struggle like I just did, you might need 2 little sticks. And we're gonna leave this with Sid and let her cover 50 teeny tiny little ice creams.
What?
Okay, so if you have 2, it's gonna be a little bit easier. Use the blunt end, just kind of push it off. Cap it with your little ice cream cone, and there you go. Okay, fine. That's it. Now you get to do 47 more. Papa!
A few moments later.
Wait, what are you doing? Wait, first of all, we got holes. What was this? What you guys made me nervous. You're gonna cover the whole thing? Nobody wants a partially covered cake bowl?
It seems like you haven't learned anything.
Okay, so, cover the whole thing. Do this. I'm not sure why, but there's a reason. Then, take it off. Add your cake hat. But wait! What are you doing? This doesn't even cover all the... We're giving that one to Kyle too. Kyle gets that one. Hang on, let me show you one more time. Get a bunch on your spoon. Cover it like that. So then, see what I mean, jelly bean? And it's almost completely covered. They'll last longer if they're completely covered. Now you try it. Okay, one more. I'm just kidding. You try it. Oh, do your technique. When I was growing up, I always remembered my mama's green beans, and I was much older in life when I finally asked her what was in it, because they're delicious. So she has copious amounts of onion, copious amounts of bacon and bacon grease, and she also cooks them with fatback. I don't even know where to get fatback or necessarily what it is. I'm gonna guess it's fat from the back of something.
Word.
But I am using her original recipe where she uses canned French style green beans. She slow cooks them all day, and then she adds in sauteed onions and plenty of bacon. So I also have bacon. Ooh, that's beautiful. Look at that. About to get noisy. So I saved my bacon grease from this morning because you can't have too much bacon grease.
It's true.
You know, just on special occasions. And then we put the bacon in the bowl. And we'll chop that up and put it in the green beans right before we serve them. If you put the bacon in too early, it gets soggy. I think it's disgusting. Onions. Saute the onions. She slow sauteed her onions. I am going to do something a little bit different than my mama did because I want them to have a barbecue-y feel. But I think she would definitely approve of me pouring all of the bacon grease. Let's get all of it. We're just going to stir it with this because that's what I have. So, Concho River Rub. No, this is not an advertisement. I love this stuff. And I put it on pretty much everything. And I thought it would be super flavorful to add some to the beans and let them continue to warm throughout the day. And it'll give it a little bit of a barbecue feel without being overly barbecue-y. I like this stuff so much that if you send me an email to the email on our website, I will send you a bottle for the first 5 people. So that doesn't really follow her recipe, but I just love it. Between the bacon grease and the barbecue rub, I think it's gonna be good. And then right before we serve, we'll chop up that bacon and sprinkle it on top. And there you go. That's it. It's kind of a cheater technique, but they're delicious. I am going to clean these mulberries real quick, and then we're gonna saute them just a little bit in butter, and they're gonna go in our peach mixture for the peach crumble. These came from our tree outside, and I'll show you my tree. You know why? Because we're gonna go clip branches of the mulberry tree to make arrangements for our food table. Aren't those pretty? Do you want to know what the difference between a mulberry and a dewberry is? A dewberry is more like a raspberry. Oh, let's make Adam taste one. Adam? Here. Tell me what you think of this.
Is this a dewberry?
No!
Oh, I wasn't
It's
really
a dingle.
listening.
It's a mulberry.
It's a dingle.
Taste the mulberry.
That's really good.
You can use your fingernails or a small knife. You want to take the little wee thing off of the
Stem.
Take the little stem off. The dewberry, the dingle. Okay, stop. We're starting over. You want to take the little stems off the mulberries before you cook them. So Kelly is going to help us with that while I bring home the bacon. We have created a little bit of a mulberry compote, so we've cooked them down. Don't they look delicious? Mm-hmm. Now we're going to add it to the peaches. Oh, it smells so good. This whole thing is going to turn pink. I also put a half a cup of maple syrup and a third a cup of monk fruit sweetener and just a pinch of cinnamon. And that's all this is. Peaches, mulberries. That's it. Okay, so if you like to thicken things, I like to add a tiny bit of a thickener to my compote just to make it, you know, just kind of glue together. A lot of people use cornstarch or tapioca. I happen to love tapioca. Cornstarch is questionable on its health benefits. So my friend Sheridan, she's actually the owner of Happy Olive. She'll be here tonight. She's the one that helps us make all our wood products for the show. She told me one time that I should try using glucomannan. Now this is the stuff you take when you need your okay, but if you just use a teeny tiny bit of it, it's the world's best thickener. So I've been, not sickener, that's my braces, thickener. I've been using it for about a year now and I love it. So little alternative. For the peach and mulberry compote, our crumble that we're making, I wanted little teeny pie shells. So I didn't want to have to make a bunch of little pie shells. So if you take a sugar cookie, your favorite sugar cookie, you can smush it in the bottom of a muffin tin and make tiny, tiny little pie shells. I have my favorite gluten-free cookie that I am using, but you can pretty much use any cookie dough to make the tiny pie shells. If you have time, you can do them from scratch. I do like scratch cookies, but today was more about enjoying the process and less about making everything from scratch. So I always see these cute little wreath forms at the Dollar Tree, and I admire them, and I think I want to do something fun with them, but I never really know what to do, and so I just don't grab them. But I have a fun idea for table arrangements. And as usual, it always starts with spray paint. It's foraging time. This morning when I was dumping all of the green beans into the pan to slow cook, I thought, these are lovely cans. So I spray painted them real quick, and we're gonna use them for vases for the food table because I don't have any decoration over there. So Kelly and I are gonna make some little flower arrangements from what we poured. So Miss Kelly, if you'll put a little bit of that in each one, and regardless of where you live, even in West Texas, there are things to be found, right? You can find something to utilize to make a little arrangement. We're gonna put a little water in here. Whoop! Whoop! Got Kelly! Alright. Hey, you can't make a cake without breaking a few eggs, right? Something like that. Is that how it goes? You don't want to put your leaves in the water because then they get rotted. So we're going to start by putting one of these in each one. There you go, Miss Kelly. Strip some leaves. They smell so good. The people are going to walk by that delicious barbecue and be like, why does this barbecue smell like honeysuckle? That's what they're going to say.
So why are you stripping leaves?
If you put the leaves in the water, it rots and gets gross. We may have some extra mulberries. Alright. Now we're just going to drop some flowers in. Okay, just start grabbing some. And if they're too long, you can cut the ends off. Wanted to do some really cute, little, simple, inexpensive table pieces that we could send home with everybody. And so I got these cute little jars at, I do believe, the Dollar Tree. And I spray painted some of the handles to match our color scheme. And all you do is fill it with some pebbles. And you do that for 2 reasons. One, it gives you drainage when you pour the water in there so the roots aren't sitting in water. The other thing is, it's pretty. You can buy these little 6 and 4 packs of flowers. You're just gonna pop this guy out and you push him into the jar. That's it. Done. Give him a little bit of water. He needs a little drink. Give him a little drink. Here, maybe you can see the water. That's it. Tiny little table arrangements. Whoa! Girl, I ain't got no makeup on yet. Okay, so Kelly just got here. Kelly is our everything person for Keeping Good Company, and she's also coordinates a lot of the volunteers, but she showed up and she's got her dad's dog tags on, so I'm going to make her tell us about them.
So these are replicas of my dad's dog tags. He was drafted in Vietnam, and let me see. This one is the replica, but the very last line says, "My dad, my hero."
Aww.
And then this one says, "The daughter of a Vietnam vet, Alan Jones," and he got the Purple Heart and the Bronze Star of Valor.
Do you know why he got the Purple Heart and the Bronze Star?
He got shot in the knee while he was serving, and he got the Bronze Star of Valor for, they got ambushed, and, there was a firefight, and he ran in, even though he shouldn't have, and rescued several people and pulled them out, and so a lot of people lost their lives that day, but we're so blessed that he did not, and he saved a lot of people. I'm so proud of him.
How old were you?
I was not born.
You were not born?
He was in Vietnam.
Okay. Hey, look, that's a legit question. How old were you the first time he told you about it? Does he talk about it?
He does now, but we've always had, he has a really cool letter that the government sent him that talks about why he was awarded the Purple Heart and the Bronze Star, and that's been framed along with his medals and his little, I don't know what those things are called, the little things that go in their uniform.
The ribbons.
Yeah, the ribbons. We have that framed in our house, and we've had it it's my whole life, and I've read it a million times. And but
that's pretty cool.
He's recently started sharing his stories, and they're pretty miraculous.
Yeah.
So
I feel like our Vietnam vets were under glorified.
Yes, absolutely.
We don't recognize all they did.
Yes, but I'm so proud of him, and it's pretty cool to have my own personal hero.
Where's your dad right now?
He's in Dallas. I wish he was here. He wishes he could be here, but he couldn't come this weekend.
We're sad he's not here. Hey, thanks for sharing that story.
You're welcome.
You made me cry. When you have to come up with a goodie bag for men, veterans, it's hard to decide what do you put in it. So Sheridan, again, her husband was military, but Sheridan also just, she's, we call her Dan sometimes. So she thinks like a man. So her idea was, let's, instead of doing goodie bags, do ammo boxes. So we got these really cool ammo boxes. And Sheridan said, well, they need a weapon. So we got them axes. And on the axe, she engraved, "Thank you for your service." And the cool thing is if for some reason there's anyone upset, you don't have to use these for chopping wood. You don't have to use them for I don't know what else you do with an axe through the jungle. You don't have to do it. If you're fighting with someone and you need an axe, specifically so you can go bury the hatchet. Specifically so you can go bury the hatchet.
You don't understand. I do.
Mic drop. And what else do we put in man goodie bags? Well, they get a really beautiful shirt from our friends at Ally, and Ally also donated a gift certificate. So they get that. They get a Yeti, because you need a Yeti. They get a gift card to Midland Meat Market for some meat. And Corporal Ray's, because the coffee is delicious. And then they get a treat too. They get a little sack of nuts. And Marley made 9 different pictures, because she's a little artist. So she colored all these pictures, so they also each get a Marley piece of art. So now we're gonna put all these together as fast as we can. Okay, we're gonna set these 3 tables, and so I'll show you what goes on them, and y'all can set them. So easy. These are very low key. Although my husband said it's not gonna be windy at all. It's a little windy. So we're just gonna kind of bunch this up because the wind's gonna mess it up anyway. And you'll put the star in the center and the flower in the star. And the flag in the plant, and then you can take some beads and just kind of
wrap it around.
Yep, just kind of like that.
Okay.
And then
Do this as we're laying something down.
I'll show somebody the place settings.
Why are they so far to the left?
So, and there is, I think 6 or 8 of them, so just as far as they will go.
It's wrong side out.
Can we cut it off?
Yes, no, I'm
Yeah,
not.
let's
I
just
can't
cut
do
it off.
that. I can't do that. I can't overly crazy.
So, tables are set. We've swept, we've cleaned. I moved all of our vegetable garden stuff. I'm filthy, and it's time to get ready for our party. But I'm gonna go change, and I have to be quick. So, goodbye, dirty t-shirt. Hello, clean t-shirt. This is my new friend Julia, and she is the one that put on the Wild Wild West Fest that we got to go to. How, what, when, where, how many years ago?
It's been about 10 years. I just remember there was an older gentleman in Andrews who was kind of one of the fathers of Andrews, and he was always saying that Andrews needed a festival or an event of its own. And just kind of came to me that something that would celebrate our culture, our heritage, be something a little different, and something that would be free and fun for the kids and family. And on Memorial Day, we have the Ride to Remember that actually starts, over in Midland, and then it ends there in Andrews. And we have a ceremony and everything there at the Memorial Park.
What is your hope for the Wild Wild West Fest for next year? Like, what is something you want to have that we can look forward to?
Well, I'd love to we used to do something called Bag a Boar, and I would love to get that event back for the Wild West Fest. And basically you just get into an arena, a short arena with a wild boar, and two of you out there wrestling that thing and trying to get into a bag. And so your time
Look, these two! We're gonna get these two out there!
I'm sure hoping that we can get it back. I think our commissioner's court was a little bit weary of it. They were like, liability. But
that's a great idea.
It's a rodeo arena, people ride bulls out there, so I don't see what could possibly go wrong with
where nothing can possibly go wrong.
People and wild boars. I say Andrews is top of the hill out here, so come on and join us there and help us make it the best community it can be.
Well, everybody's been very welcoming to us, so we've had fun getting to know everybody and had an absolute blast at the festival, and look forward to it next year.
Great, good,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Well, thank you for coming. We appreciate it.
Hey guys, can I get your attention for like 1 minute? 1 minute, 30 seconds. It depends on how much Jay runs over, but we just wanted to thank you real quick. I can't see Carrie and her cute family, but Carrie, Eddie, we know you're behind the honeysuckle. So we just wanted to thank you guys real quick for coming. We love servicemen and women. We love the families of servicemen and women, and we think it's a very underthanked group of people. And so we just wanted to do something to say we see you and not make it weird. Because I can make things weird, let's be honest. I can. So if you have not ate yet and you're like eating, you just corrected me. You just corrected me in public. If you have not eaten yet because maybe you're feeling a little guilty because we didn't pray, Kyle's gonna bless the food real quick. And if you're already eating, shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. We wanted you to eat. And then once Kyle blesses our meal, Jay, if y'all don't know Jay, he's a criminal friend of mine, but he has a heart for first responders and veterans, and I just wanted him to come say one quick word. After that, please keep eating. There's amazing desserts. Our mulberry tree produced berries this year. It only produces every 4 years, and I made a cobbler. So y'all need to make sure y'all try that. So, okay.
Let's pray together. Thank you again for coming to our home. Welcome. Heavenly Father, thank you for this great occasion, for the lovely evening that you've given to us. You are especially good to us in every way. Thank you for the friendship, for great fellowship. Most of all, thank you for Jesus who made us alive.
I'm just going to talk for a minute. We were just talking about how to say thank you. So this, again, tonight's a time to have fun, throw axes, eat together. But we really want to express our gratitude to you as veterans and the families that have served in that calling with you, and to try to say thank you. And so sometimes I'll hear people say to veterans, thank you for your service. And hear me, I'm not knocking that statement. But it's so insufficient to express our gratitude and to acknowledge your sacrifice. And so what I try to say sometimes when I'm talking to someone who's a veteran to try to express my gratitude is I just say this: thank you for carrying the weight of our freedom. And what I mean by that is that freedom had a cost, and you chose to carry the weight of that cost. And so the weight of freedom sometimes are the physical scars that a lot of you guys carry and the injuries, and that was the cost of freedom. It's some of the emotional scars that you carry from the experiences and the memories that you walked in, because that was the cost of freedom. And it's the relational scars you carry, because you lost a brother or sister on the battlefield, and I know there are days that you wonder why them and not you, and you carry the relational scars because that was the cost of freedom. And so when we say thank you, that's what we mean. And so again, thank you for carrying the weight of our freedom for us and for this country. Hope you have a good time tonight. Thanks for being here.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. For more inspiration, head over to our website. We put the recipes on there, we put our DIYs, and we also link our interviews for our podcast and our YouTube. Also on our website, we have a list of resources for veterans and veteran families, so we'd love for you to check it out. I want to leave you with this. The quote that I'm going to do this time is a little bit longer, so I'm going to read it. Teddy Roosevelt said, "It is not the critic who counts,
Not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man or woman who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly and errs again and again, and who comes up short because there is no effort without error or shortcoming, who knows great enthusiasms, great devotions, who spends himself on a worthy cause, who at the best, in the end, knows the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if they fail, well, they fail daring greatly. Their place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither knew victory or defeat. My challenge to you is to go dare greatly. Until next time. As always, a huge shout out to our amazing sponsors. We would not be on this journey without you. Thanks for helping us love our neighbors, inspire kindness, and celebrate often.